welcome. In this video I'm going to be talking about some Darn Good Yarn supplies that I have purchased. This is not an affiliate video of any kind. I'm not associated with Darn Good Yarn. I've just purchased some items from them and I wanted to share them with you and let you know my personal thoughts about what I received. For a few months now I've been getting the yarn box. In fact, probably about a year ago I was getting the yarn box. I got it 3 or 4 times and I was kind of like, I don't know. For various reasons I stopped my subscription, which is kind of a cool thing with them, is that you can go in and start a subscription and stop it whenever you want. So just because you sign up for a subscription box, and they have multiple different types of subscription boxes, you are not required to continue to purchase them at any time, and you don't necessarily even have to cancel your membership. You can just stop it and then go in later and restart it. And so I'm going to look at the fabric boxes and the yarn boxes they have. They also have bead boxes, and I think they have skirt of the months, which is a little weird, but so they have other subscription options as well that you can check if you go to their website. And yeah, so let's go ahead and look and see what I got. I'm still subscribed to the yarn box. However, I only did the fabric box I think about 3 months in a row, and this is what I purchased from them. This is what I received. I don't have the little pamphlet and any doohickeys that came with it. Usually they include other items in your box other than just the yarn or fabric. Also, I have washed the fat quarters that came with it. You get 4 fat quarters, and I washed these, so that's why they look a little disheveled or disheveled or whatever. They're usually folded very nicely, and then they have some type of trim, which these are nice. I save all these, any type of ribbon or anything like this I tend to save, and this would really be perfect size to put in a doll hair, hold a ponytail back, whatever. So yeah, so I keep those. So it looks much better than what I'm showing you, okay? So you get 4 fat quarters, as well as one of these, which is a 5 yards of 2.5 inch, what they call sari ribbon sampler. And the fabric is called hand-dyed cotton. If you look on their website, it's hand-dyed cotton is what they call it. And here's just an example. Again, this has been washed, okay? But you can see it sits a little on the thin side. All right, so my boxes came 3 months in a row, and you can see the colors are, and they're probably all mixed up. I don't know which colors were in which box, but you can see they're kind of a similar colorways here. Purples, light purples, dark purples, oops, sorry about that, indigo, light blue, okay, and same with these, okay. They all come in a box folded really nicely like this, and this is, these I have saved some of these, and I use them to store craft supplies. You know, I have something else I need to put those in, but in a pinch, these are kind of handy. You can definitely recycle them and reuse them for other purposes. With the holidays coming up, these would be great to save and maybe decorate and use for gifts as well. So nice little box. These sell for, if I didn't say it already, $20. So you get 4 fat quarters, this, and usually some sort of pattern and maybe a notion of some kind for $20. That includes shipping. That's not too bad. The fabric doesn't blow me away. The reason why I joined the fabric club is because, of course, I sew, as you know. And even though I sew, I don't have a massive amount of fabric in my stash. I have a growing amount. It is growing, but it's not huge in any way, especially compared to a lot of people I know. So I thought this would be a nice way, inexpensive and kind of fun to just, you know, add fabric to my collection that I can use to make doll clothes or accessories. However, as you can tell, 3 months in a row, I kind of feel like I got the same sort of fabric. So there really wasn't much of a difference between the 3 months. And since that was sort of the reason I joined in the first place, that's the reason why I stopped my subscription for the fabric. Okay? It's, you know, It's up to you. This fabric, I will use it. That's why I've washed it already. I could see it would be really useful for some Maury Girl style doll dresses, for lining inside of a bag, or, you know, anything. So lots of uses for this. Just didn't ring my bells, okay? All right, so on to the yarn. Again, the yarn comes in a box like this. The subscription is $20, and with $20 you receive recycled silk or natural fibers. All of the skeins that I've received have been 50-gram skeins, so they're not super huge. Here is pretty much a ball of 50 grams. Okay, this is bulky. They all have that, come with a hang tag that tells you the weight, the name, and everything. If you want to go buy some more, you can. I'm pretty frugal, so I am combining. In fact, if you saw the Peace Craft Love episode that my sister and I just filmed recently on my YouTube channel, it's a podcast we're doing now every couple of weeks, you saw that I had used these two to make a cowl, and I was kind of like, I had a crochet cowl, and I was kind of like, I'm not in love with the cowl. So I did take it apart. I said I was thinking of frogging it. I did. I took it apart, and my thoughts are I'm going to use all this yarn to make a loom hat. This is the latest skein that I received in this last box, and you can see it's beautiful. I love the colors, and I'm thinking I'm going to start with this and then switch off to this and then finish with this. So it'll be 3 different skeins to make this hat. This loom is for worsted weight yarn, and this is worsted and this is worsted, but this is bulky. So we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I started doing this and then my hands were killing me because I guess it's pretty hard to pull this over. Normally I use a different loom. I use a loom that has wider pegs, but this is the one I just grabbed, and I like how it's turning out, but it is really hurting my hands. So I'm not sure if I'm going to frog it at this point and get the other loom. I don't know, but these 3 are going to be a hat. I do like the yarn. It's super soft. I mean, silk yarn, you can't really beat it. I will say, however, 1 or actually 2 subscriptions I received some yarn, and it didn't look like this. I balled it up. I actually had it was a twisted skein, and I actually wound it up, tried to work with it. I did some knitting with it, and it just isn't floating my boat. It doesn't feel really good. It's got all this, I think that's stellina in there, so it's kind of not, it's a little too much of that for me. It doesn't feel good on my hands, and I just don't know really what I do with this right now. So what I'm going to do is I put it, balled it up, and when I send off some knitted items, I donate to a group called Street Knits, and they distribute knitwear to the homeless. So when I make items, the next batch I make, I'm going to toss this in there because they also take donated yarn and knitting items, you know, supplies. That's what I'm trying to say. So this will still go to something that's useful. It's just not doing it for me. The other ones, though, I really do like. Some of the goodies that come with it include something like this. Every box is different, so you're not always going to get the same thing. But one box I got this nice little tiny project pouch, but you know, it's enough for a ball of yarn, right? And a crochet hook would fit in there, right? Or not. It's a little oddly shaped, but actually colored pencils would fit in here, or this would be a good, you know, school bag for pencils and that kind of thing. A couple of different times we got these stitch markers, always super handy. Okay, this last one we got this tassel. I'm not sure what I think about it, but I don't know, I probably could use it on something or give it to somebody. I don't know. It's got a nice little attachment here, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so I'm still planning to continue to get the yarn box in the foreseeable future, and I also plan to film the box opening when I get them in the future. I actually had thought I was going to do that, and then, you know, I just started getting stuff and spaced out and didn't film any of it for you guys, but I think that might be something people would be interested in seeing. If it is, let me know in the comments. If you have purchased any Darn Good Yarn subscription boxes or other type of subscriptions to them, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Feel free to put them in the comments. As usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up. That helps me with YouTube, trying to get, more people watching the videos now. I'm focusing on the channel a little bit more. I'm also on my blog, TammyPally.com, over there. And yeah, we have a lot of plans for the channel, so I always appreciate your support. Make sure you click on the subscription link, click on the icon, and of course, have a wonderful crafting day. Thank you very much. Bye.